Sure. Here's a 500-word story-style article based on the topic. Seniors, these 7 calcium foods work better than supplements? Doctors are shocked. Seniors, these 7 calcium foods work better than supplements. At 74, Margaret Thompson had grown used to hearing the same advice at her regular doctor visits. Take your calcium supplements. They're essential for strong bones. But despite faithfully following that regimen, she still fractured her wrist after a minor fall in her garden. That moment changed everything. I thought I was doing everything right, Margaret said. Turns out, pills weren't doing as much as I thought. Her story isn't unique. More and more seniors are discovering that calcium supplements may not be the magic bullet they were once promised. In fact, recent studies suggest that many supplements pass through the body without being absorbed properly, especially in older adults. What's more, excess calcium from supplements has even been linked to kidney stones and heart issues in some cases. That's when nutritionist Dr. Karen Patel began recommending a food-first approach to her senior patients, and the results have shocked doctors across the country. Whole foods deliver calcium alongside the other nutrients your body needs to absorb and use it, like magnesium, vitamin D, and phosphorus, Dr. Patel explained. Supplements don't give you that full nutritional package. So what foods does she recommend? Here are 7 surprising calcium-rich foods that seniors can start eating today. 1. Chia seeds. Just 2 tablespoons pack 180 milligrams of calcium, more than a glass of milk. Sprinkle them on yogurt, oatmeal, or blend into smoothies. 2. Sardines with bones. They may not be everyone's favorite, but sardines are calcium powerhouses. Just a small can provides over 300 milligrams thanks to the soft, edible bones. 3. Collard greens. Leafy greens like collards and kale are rich in bioavailable calcium. A cooked cup of collard greens delivers around 250 milligrams. 4. Tofu, calcium set. Some brands of tofu are prepared using calcium sulfate, providing up to 350 milligrams of calcium per half cup. 5. Almonds, a handful, about 23 nuts, contains around 75 milligrams of calcium, plus healthy fats that support nutrient absorption. 6. Fortified plant milks. Many almond, soy, and oat milks are fortified with calcium and vitamin D, making them a smart dairy alternative. 7. Figs. Just 4 dried figs offer 120 milligrams of calcium and make a naturally sweet, bone-boosting snack. After incorporating these foods into her daily meals, Margaret returned to her doctor 6 months later for a checkup. The difference was clear. My bone density had actually improved, she said, smiling, and I didn't need any more pills. The takeaway? Real food can outperform supplements, especially for seniors. So the next time you're standing in the supplement aisle, remember, nature's version of calcium may be not only safer, but smarter. Your bones will thank you for it. Would you like this adapted for audio narration or turned into a social media post too? Absolutely. Here's an additional 500-word paragraph that continues and deepens the story, providing more useful insights and practical takeaways for seniors. Margaret's journey sparked curiosity among her friends at the senior center, many of whom had their own experiences with brittle bones, supplements, and long lists of prescriptions. They began asking questions, reading food labels, and even attending local workshops on bone health. What they learned surprised them. Calcium is only one piece of the puzzle. Without key helper nutrients, even the most calcium-rich diet can fall short. Vitamin D, for example, is essential for calcium absorption, and yet it's one of the most common deficiencies in seniors. especially those who spend less time in the sun. That's why many of Dr. Patel's patients were encouraged to safely increase their sun exposure, eat more vitamin D rich foods like eggs and salmon, or consider a small supplement if needed. Equally important is magnesium, which works alongside calcium to build and maintain strong bones. If calcium is the brick, Dr. Patel explained, then magnesium is the mortar. Foods like pumpkin seeds, avocados, and leafy greens can fill this gap. Meanwhile, protein plays a critical role as well, especially as seniors tend to eat less of it. Protein helps maintain muscle mass, which protects bones and improves balance, reducing fall risk. Margaret, for instance, began adding Greek yogurt and beans to her meals, and even enjoyed the occasional protein smoothie after her morning walk. Another overlooked factor in calcium absorption? The gut. A healthy gut microbiome helps the body break down and use nutrients effectively. Margaret had been on antibiotics several times over the years, which can disrupt gut health. Once she started including probiotic-rich foods like kefir and sauerkraut in her diet, she noticed improved digestion. And according to her doctor, better nutrient absorption too. This led to broader conversations about the importance of whole body wellness, not just focusing on bones in isolation. Margaret's doctor also emphasized movement. Weight-bearing exercises like walking, light jogging, dancing, and yoga help stimulate bone growth and preserve density. You don't need to be lifting weights at the gym, said Dr. Patel. Even gardening, stair climbing, or Tai Chi can make a real difference. Inspired by this advice, Margaret joined a senior yoga class. Not only did she build strength and flexibility, but she also made new friends and reduced her stress levels. An added bonus, since high stress can also negatively affect bone health by increasing cortisol levels. Today, Margaret feels more empowered than ever. She's no longer dependent on a plastic bottle of pills. Instead, her plate is full of vibrant, nourishing foods that help her feel strong, steady, and more in control of her health. Her story is a powerful reminder that with the right knowledge and small daily choices, seniors can take their bone health into their own hands. Naturally, deliciously, and with fewer side effects. So if you or someone you love is worried about bone loss, take a fresh look at the kitchen before turning to the medicine cabinet. Because sometimes the best medicine really is food. Would you like this turned into a podcast-style narration or trimmed down into a 2-sentence voiceover script? Of course. Here's an additional 200-word paragraph that wraps up the article with a motivational tone and reinforces the practical message. Margaret's story is becoming more common as more seniors turn away from one-size-fits-all supplements and embrace a food-first approach. It's not just about avoiding pills. It's about reclaiming health through mindful choices. Every meal is an opportunity to support your bones, your energy, and your independence. Plus, these calcium-rich foods are easy to incorporate into everyday life. Sprinkle chia seeds on breakfast cereal, enjoy a tofu stir-fry for lunch, or snack on almonds and figs in the afternoon. These aren't exotic superfoods. They're accessible, affordable, and delicious. And best of all, they come with none of the risks or side effects that synthetic supplements sometimes carry. Doctors are beginning to take notice. With more research pointing to the superior absorption of food-based calcium and its positive impact on long-term health, this simple shift could change how we approach aging. Margaret's journey proves that it's never too late to change course. Whether you're 65 or 85, you can strengthen your body naturally, starting with your next bite. Talk to your healthcare provider about building a food first bone health plan. It might be the smartest step you ever take towards stronger bones and a longer, more active life. Would you like a voiceover version of this story's introduction?